Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Failsafe, U.S. Pacific Command, turn 8.6. War Doctor is out of position at the moment and not able to film his own turn, so I'm going to fill in for him, carry out his instructions. So, the first thing on the agenda is repair damage. If you recall from the FEC video, there were 5 damage on the minor airbase in the Philippines and 5 damage on the minor shipyard at Guam. So those 2 are being repaired. So there we have them right there, 5 each, paid off, over and done with. Okay, so then he had 25 IPP to start, so there's 10. Gonna spend another 9 on a frigate and a destroyer for 19, and then the remaining 6 on an amphibious assault ship. And then he's producing 2 anti-ship missiles and 2 cruise missiles. Okay, that's that. Yeah, that's that. Okay, so now we move on to combat. The first one is just going to be a shift of patrol. ASW chopper in P29 is shifting its patrol to P38. So there's that. Okay, the next thing is going to be up here in the Sea of Japan, otherwise known as Zone P17. The attack bomber from Sapporo is going to fly south 1 space to Tokyo. It is going to shoot an anti-ship missile at the FEC cruiser in P17 there. Okay, next we are going to have, I'm making sure I say all this right. Yeah. We have a strategic bomber from Guam is going to fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces into P17, where it is going to, well, hold on for that. Let me back up a second here. Let's do the B1 first. The B1 on Guam is going to fly 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces into P17. It is going to launch a paving strike against the major airbase in Vladivostok. Now, FEC has elected not to scramble any fighters from Vladivostok, but we declared the attack, so we're doing it anyway. Okay, after that, then the B1 is going to fire a B1 facility strike against the major shipyard here in Vladivostok. The strategic bomber in P17 is also going to shoot 2 cruise missiles at the major shipyard in Vladivostok. And the SRBM here at Sapporo is going to shoot a missile at that major shipyard. So there's that stuff. Now, oh, forgot to mention It said he's not scrambling, but they were declared, so they have to go. The ASW fighter from Tokyo flies out here into P-17 as escort, and the one from Okinawa comes up here 1-2 spaces to also fly escort. Okay, there we go. Okay, next. Down here, and we'll do it over here. Swing over here to the blow-up box. There's a minor shipyard in Cambodia, which the attack bomber from Guam is going to fly 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces over there to do a nuclear facility strike on that minor shipyard. A fighter from the Philippines flies 1, 2 over to Cambodia. It is also joining the facility strike. And then the ASF from the Philippines is going 1, 2 over as an escort. And again, FEC has chosen not to scramble the fighter there that they have in South Vietnam. So let me triple check the notes I'm following here to make sure I have covered everything. Vladivostok, P-17, yeah, okay, that's all of our combat moves. So, first things first, we will do the attack on the cruiser in P-17. So, we have there's a cruiser with its AMD shot at 4, and there is the anti-ship missile if the AMD misses. We'll just do them together. Okay, the AMD shot did hit and the missile missed anyway, so no, nothing there. Anti-ship missile shot down. Okay, so the next thing is going to be the action in Vladivostok. So first off, we have the B-1 shooting an AGM-69 nuclear missile at the major shipyard to try and damage it. Or not shipyard, airbase. Yeah. So that major airbase gets 2 AMD shots at the missile. Okay, there is a 2. The AGM-69 is shot down. So there's no need to even fire it. Now we are going to have the strike on the major shipyard in Vladivostok. And hang on one second. Okay, I just had to look up an attack value just to make sure I had it right. So the first thing, since we have an AGM-86B nuclear missile, 2 cruise missiles, and an SRBM going in, that's a total of 4 inbound missiles. So the major shipyard will get 6 AMD shots. It has 2 inherent SAMs for defense, and each one gets to take 3 shots, since there are 3 or more missiles inbound. Okay, we have 3 AMD hits. So, obviously we're going to take out the SRBM and the 2 cruise missiles, and the AGM-86B is going to be fired. That's a nuclear missile, so for facility strike, that's 2d6 of damage. And that's 8. Now, let's look at something else real quick. I won't pause you for this. Here we are. Major shipyard has max damage of 17. We did 8 damage. Let's walk around here and have a look, because it already has some damage on it. It has 7 damage on it currently. So 15 will not be up in the destroy threshold, or the max damage threshold either. But there's now 15 points of damage on that major shipyard. Okay, and then we have the facility strike on the minor shipyard in Cambodia. Okay, there aren't any missiles involved in this attack, so the inherent SAM, just 1 for a minor shipyard, is going to be rolling air defense instead. There are 3 planes going in, so it gets 3 shots at 2 instead of 4 this time. Okay, there is 1 hit. So, make sure I get here with the wishes here. Let's make sure, yeah, the fighter is destroyed. That's the one that gets shot down, so we'll take him off there. And now the attack bomber is going in on a nuclear facility strike. So again, that's 2d6. And there's 7 damage. So grab a marker. And put 7 damage on the minor shipyard at Cambodia. Okay, that's the end of combat. So for non-combat, I'm gonna do them in the order they're listed here in my battle orders, so I don't forget anything. Okay. Airborne from East Malaysia, which is right here. This airborne in East Malaysia is sea lifting to the Philippines. So there he goes. He actually has to come out over here, since this is where the minor port is, and then up to there because that's where the major port is. So it actually takes 2 moves to get there, but he's in there. Okay, now we have an MBT up here in Fukuoka, right here, that is also going to sea lift to the Philippines. So he will go 1, 2, 3 and get in there as well. And then we have an airborne over here at the West Coast, and it is going to airlift into the Philippines. Okay, now the strategic bomber and the B-1 from the strike up here on Vladivostok are both coming back to land at Guam. Let's bring those back down here. The ASFs from this go back to where they came from, so 1 to Tokyo. Yeah, 1 to Tokyo, and the other one back to Okinawa. And the attack bomber that fired from Tokyo just moved 1 space. Well, no, it would have been 2. 1, 2 spaces to get there, and now it's going 3, 4 to land in Okinawa. Okay, the fighter from the Cambodia strike got shot down. The ASF and the attack bomber from the Cambodia strike are both landing in Guam. There we are. Okay, the SSN in P36 moves over here 1 space to P37. And that's it for non-combat. Okay, so now we're placing units. Placing units. There's our units. So, the destroyer and frigate are being built at the minor shipyard there at Guam. So there's those. Actually, they're being built in port at Guam. So let me get some in port markers out here to take care of that. There we go, in port. Okay, the amphibious assault ship is being built in port at Tokyo East. So it's going to be at this minor shipyard adjacent to P18. And as I said, that's also in port. So there we go, amphibious assault ship built in port, P18. Okay, and then War Doctor tells me that his missile totals, his inventory with what he produced and what he used. He now has 2 cruise missiles and 5 anti-ship missiles in inventory. And his income is 28. He has 2 destroyed tankers minus 4, which is going to put 24 IPP in his bank for next turn. And I think that does it. Ozark Outpost, on behalf of War Doctor, over and out.